Welcome back to Hall B at the IBSA Goalball European Championships 2021. Our next game, it is Finland versus Denmark, and we have the team presentation.
Number 2, Krista Leppänen. Number 4, Asra Taivi. Number 5, Ida Kauppila. Number 6, Jasmin Mikkola. Number 7, Miina Grönroos. Coach Arttu Mäkinen. Assistant coach Tiina Hupli-Rooke. Staff Petri Rävinen. Team Denmark. Number 2, Hava Beritan Veneri. Number 3, Hazel Gesen. Number 4, Anja Christensen. Coach Joachim Alström. Assistant coach Ken Kjoller Andersen. And referee Roka Kelly. And Vaitiekus Ramualdas.
So, team presentations complete, and a fascinating battle lies in wait. Both these sides undefeated so far at the championships. Finland, the hosts, well, they opened the tournament with a 7-0 victory over Hungary yesterday. That was followed with a 4-1 win over Poland. Meanwhile, Denmark, well, they can't stop scoring, or at least Anja Christensen can't stop scoring. In their 12-2 victory over Poland, Christensen found the back of the net on 10 occasions and followed that with 8 goals in their 9-3 victory over France. Top scorer for Finland, well, that is the 24-year-old Susanna Halme. Took just 15 seconds to open her account at the championships in the opening game of the day yesterday. It was a little bit tighter in their second game against Poland. As the teams line up, it is Finland who will have their back to the camera. They are wearing the white shirt with blue trim along the ribs. The opposite end of the court is the red shirt. Denmark, Denmark starting lineup on the basis that they only have one present. Have better to better, Hazel Jason, also Anja Christensen, where the number 4 Finnish starting lineup is confirmed as well. Starting on the left is Krista Leppänen, right hair of Leppänen in the centre, green at the back, one. Now they have number 5, Kopila, also to start the game. just get this one underway. And the wait is almost over now. Do we have an immovable object against an unstoppable force in this game? Close nation, so keen to return to Pool A, as are Denmark. That is what is on offer at this tournament. The top three sides at this championship go back to Pool A, have the opportunity to go to the World Championships in Chongqing, China next year, and the opportunity to then qualify for the Paris Games in 2024.
White, please, center.
Alpha gets underway, sends one straight down the middle. Hazel Jason is behind it. Jock Horror and your Christensen, first row for Finland. 12 block by Krista Ikonen. Towards the centre, it's away. Turn straight at Ikonen steps forward, right-handed. Diagonal looks at the gap, 2 block 5 from Trainer. Now with Liefman once more. Gives it Helmet. Goes for precision over power. Pays off. It was on target heading towards the top. Anya Christensen gets the legs to the ball. Now following throw. Back to the centre. Just to the left. Now Denmark's right channel. It was blocked. Saved by Fener. Fener gives it to Christensen. In the direction of Halme. Halme equal to the effort. Ball down the middle of the court, but saved by Jason. Jason for Christensen. Directly up there, and it was blocked by Halme. Ball is out by on Denmark's right hand upright. Right, ever so slightly. Save.
White, please. Play.
The rest of the save. Helme spins the central back to the far side. Away. Okay, now. Calcula with the ball at centre. Steps to the left, bounces one down the middle.
Quiet, please. Play.
And you put Vincent down the centre, blocked by Calcula. Calcula hands the ball over to Susanna Halme. Halme fires. They out. Please support. Some trouble Denmark. They'll turn and run wide. And right now, looking for the far corner to pay off. Their effort blocked by Feiner. Save. Blocked out.
Quiet, please. Play.
Straight over though, so Finland stays ball. Alme's effort saved by Ava Berton Feiner.
Quiet, please.
Can't do so, drift outside the left foot front. Finland. Trying to leave with it. Finland makes the save with the feet, gets up. Backhanded bouncing effort, looking for the gap down the middle.
Quiet, please. Play.
And we have the first goal of the game. And it has gone the way of Denmark. Christensen adds to her tally. And now Lipanen will attempt to get Finland back on terms. Good effort up off the hips of Hava Berton Fenner, but not into the back of the net. Denmark return. It's with Lipanen once more. Less than 5.5 minutes to go in this opening period. Finland 0, Denmark 1, as we have a timeout called. So Denmark, who only managed 13 goals in total at the championships in Rostock back in 2019, well, they've blown that performance out the water already. 10 goals in their opening fixture was the margin of victory. 12 goals in total scored. And 9 goals in their second game, giving them a total of 21 so far. Anja Christensen straight at Halme. Halme makes the save. And it's bounced back into play at 1.5 meters, given to Halme. Halme on the diagonal for the far corner and finding it. Absolute precision from the Finnish number 1. And we are all square. Down the centre from Fenner. Kaupala makes the save, hands it off to Lipanen. Lipanen steps forward, spins, left-handed effort off the legs of Fenner. Fenner will leave it now for Christensen, who goes right-handed, bouncing one, plenty of power. The precision lacking on that occasion, drifts just wide of the right-hand upright of Finland. Halme coming now, right-handed, back on the diagonal again. This time Fenner does have it covered. Wasn't tucked as far in the corner, and the ball has been thrown into their own goal by Denmark. It was Fenner who had possession. She was trying to give it to Gazen. Bit of confusion. And Finland now in the lead. 2-1 with 4.5 minutes to play in the opening period. Anja Christensen, bouncing ball. And it's been called long. So Finland now with the opportunity to go 2 goals ahead, and they're going to entrust that opportunity to Liida Kaupala. Scored twice in the game against Poland. Dummy run from Lipanen, going for the far corner. Has she wrong-footed? Anja Christensen, no. Christensen stepped to her right, then readjusted. And got a swinging boot to the ball. Score remains Finland 2, Denmark 1. And Fenner has an effort saved by Kaupala. Now with Lipanen. Lipanen steps wide right and lashes it viciously down the court, but it's off target and out. Anja Christensen with the ball. Christensen steps forward, bounces one down the centre. Kaupala makes the block with the thighs. Save made by Halme, blocked out of the Finnish right channel. And here comes Lipanen. Save made, now with Christensen. Christensen wide left for Denmark, right-handed, bounces one, looking to split the gap between Kaupala and Halme. The legs of Kaupala to the rescue, blocked out. Now with Halme. Halme bounces it. It's down the centre. It's easily dealt with by Gazen. Gazen gives it to Feina. Feina, effort saved. Lipanen returns quickly, but it's wide of the target. And Christensen, plenty of pace on the shot. Susanna Halme quick to get down and cover it. Halme with 5 goals already at the tournament in the opening 2 games. Extended that to 6 with Finland's opener in this one. Christensen. Her effort threatens to bobble up and over Halme, but drifts right and off. Halme for that far corner again. Can't get it this time. Good save from Feina. 2.5 minutes to play in the opening half here. All out from Feina. It's now with Lipanen for Finland. Steps back to the goal line, runs a hand along the crossbar and steps wide right. Throws it down the middle, it's over the legs and into the back of the net. The ball just lifted up over Anja Christensen off the feet of Hazel Gazen. Finland with a 2-goal lead. Anja Christensen. Shot stopped by Lipanen. Lipanen steps back. Ball now in her left hand. Spins 360 degrees and bounces one. Looking for the narrowest of gaps between Feina and Gazen. Couldn't find it. Throw is saved by Kaupala for Finland. Given now to Halme. Halme from a right channel position. Goes on the diagonal for the corner again. It's a good stop again from Feina. A good stop there from Lipanen after the ball initially spilled through the hands of Kaupala. Lipanen's next attempt dealt with comfort by Feina. Feina takes the next throw down the middle off the knees of Kaupala. Kaupala quickly to her feet and drifts into a left channel position. Will throw right-handed, bouncing one. It's off the legs, it's drifting towards the goal. Is it in? It's been given. Anja Christensen was doing all she could to get back there, but couldn't do so. Finland 4, Denmark 1. Christensen straight down the right channel, saved by Halme. Halme to her feet. Less than 60 seconds to play in this opening half. Save made at centre by Gazen. Gazen will leave it now for Feina. Feina down the middle. Kaupala makes the save and gives it to Lipanen. Lipanen in the far corner. Good block. Important block from the feet of Christensen. That was heading right into that bottom corner of the Danish net. Christensen saves it, has the next throw, but it's out. 29 seconds to play in the opening half. It's with Halme, her effort saved at centre. Gazen leaves it for Christensen. Christensen off target. Here comes Halme. And that's out. Final 10 seconds. Last opportunity for Denmark to reduce the deficit. And they won't be able to do so. Save made by Lipanen, and we reach half time. Wow. The hosts putting on a bit of a show here to keep Denmark at bay.
Team Denmark. 1.
Denmark opening scoring in the game with Anja Christensen. Susanna Halme with the reply for Finland. Then a defensive mix-up gave Finland the lead. After Hava Beretton-Fenner bounced the ball across the face of the goal to give it to her teammate Hazel Gazen. Gazen missed it. It ended up in the back of the net. That was followed by an effort from Liipinen and one from Lida Kaupala. Finland, good value for their 3-goal lead. As it stands, Finland would top the pile in the group. And Denmark would be heading for their first defeat. Three more games to come from the IBSA Goalball European Championships 2021 Group B women's competition today. There'll be a little bit of a break after this fixture. But this evening's schedule looks like this. Hungary take on Poland at 4 o'clock. France then play the host Finland at 5:30. And Denmark will close out the day against Spain at 7 o'clock. There's a very busy schedule in the men's staff of the competition as well, over in Hall A. Don't forget, you can watch on both Facebook and YouTube. Keep up with all the live action from here in Pajula, Finland. No changes for Finland at the half. And as ever, no changes possible for Denmark.
Second half of the game between Denmark on my left, Finland on my right. Halftime score: Finland 4, Denmark 1. Denmark starts with the ball. Wide please, center.
Denmark will get us underway. It's centred and carried to the left channel by Anja Christensen. Christensen now with the ball in her big, powerful right arm. Can't get past Liipinen. Liipinen comes forward, left-handed, 360-degree spin, bouncing effort down the middle off the chest of Gazen. Gazen bounces it backwards for Christensen, who will throw from centre. Good power, but held by Lida Kaupala. Kaupala forward, drifts into a left channel position and has an effort on target, saved smartly low to the right by Hava Beretton-Fenner. Fenner gets up to take the next throw, goes diagonally cross court, saved by Halme. All out. Remains with Finland. Halme down the middle, it's off the shins of Gazen. Gazen back to Christensen. Christensen now, right-handed down the centre. Comfortable save for Kaupala. Kaupala leaves it for Liipinen, who steps back to the frame of the goal, aligns herself, and then rips one on the diagonal to the centre of the court from the left. Save made. Here with Fenner. Fenner goes direct at her opposite number. That is saved by Liipinen. Liipinen on the diagonal again. Leg save from Anja Christensen. Christensen, bit of a bouncer, stopped well by the legs of Kaupala, given to Halme. Halme, well wide. Does like that diagonal effort across the court. Paid dividends with Finland's initial equaliser in this one. Halme's effort saved. Now with Christensen. Christensen. Plenty of pace. Didn't have the accuracy. Here comes Liipanen. Right-handed, bouncing on the diagonal. Beyond the feet of Gazen, not beyond the body of Christensen, who was down to her left. Christensen to the far corner. Liipanen right behind it, didn't even need to move. Makes a save at 1.5 meters in front of the net. Now Kaupala. Kaupala bounces it down the Finnish left channel. Saved by Denmark and timeout called. Opportunity to regroup here for Denmark. It has to be said, you have to give credit to Finland for being able to contain Anja Christensen so far in this game. 18 goals coming into this one. 19 to her name after scoring the opener. Picked away by Halme. Good effort from Feiner. Halme steps forward, spins 360 to her left. Bouncing effort down the centre is saved by Gazen. Gazen lays it off to her left for Christensen. Christensen steps forward. On the diagonal, the ball is pushed from left to right down the centre and saved by Kaupala. Now with Liipanen. Liipanen rips it straight ahead of her. Save made by Denmark. And with speed on target, but not beyond Liipanen. Liipanen straight back at her. Saved by the chest of Feiner. Feiner gives it to Christensen in the centre. Christensen right-handed. It's off the knees of Liipanen and forwards where it's recovered by leader Kaupala. Kaupala jogs back to the goal line and then releases the ball on a diagonal attempt. It's blocked by Christensen. Christensen off the knees of Halme. Halme does well there. Takes the sting out of the effort with the legs. And up quickly. And has an effort again. It was travelling towards that right-hand post of Denmark and very much on target. Good save from Feiner, followed by a save from Halme for Finland. Halme, right-handed, down the centre, off the hips of Gazen. And gently bounced back. They've learnt their lesson. For Christensen. Christensen. Good save with the legs from Liipanen. Liipanen to her feet. Runs a left hand along the outside edge of the frame of the goal. And then fires down that left channel. Save made by Feiner. Feiner will return the throw. Goes diagonally. Held by the feet of Kaupala. And then a wayward effort is pulled wide by the Finnish number 5. No, via the body of Halme. 1.3 meters high, the goal. That effort, a few inches above that. With Christensen. Targets the centre of the Finnish goal, saved at 3 meters by Kaupala. Kaupala tapping on the ball for Liipanen to locate. And then Liipanen comes forward, right-handed, down the centre. Dealt with well by Gazen, who then recovers the ball from 6 meters, gives it to Christensen, off the feet of Kaupala. Kaupala puts it in the hands of Halme. Halme from wide right, dummy run from Kaupala, and then angled to the corner, off target and wide from Halme. Down the centre, saved by the feet of Kaupala. Rolls it to her left, picked up by Liipanen. Liipanen walks back to the goal line and drifts wide right now. Trips a little bit over the feet of Kaupala, but maintained her footing to release a powerful shot, but it was just off target.
Quiet, please.
Blocked out by Halme. Halme to the centre, save made by Gazen. Gazen for Fenner. Fenner stepped up, releases. It was direct, ball travelled in a straight line, was never going to get past Kaupala, who was well in position. Now with Christensen for Denmark. Goes to the wide left, standing in front of the post, bounces one down the court, off the legs of Halme. Halme, again angling one for the corner. It's through Gazen, but behind her is Feiner. Feiner off the body of Halme, up into the air, and then Halme recovers, gives it to Kaupala. Kaupala, diagonal throw. Timeout called by Denmark with 5 minutes 14 seconds remaining in the game. You surely can't count Denmark out of this. Their goal-scoring record at the tournament so far has just been too good to discount them from this, but they need to start chipping away at the deficit. Stands at 3 goals at present. Finland could take it beyond Denmark's reach, though, with 1 or 2 more. And Christensen finds the back of the net, but was off the court when she released it, and the ball bouncing out before coming back in. Score remains 4-1. There's been a switch in the formation for Denmark. They've swapped Have Betterton Fenner and Anja Christensen over. So Hazel Gazen remains at centre, but now Christensen is going to try her luck from the right. Plenty of power, can't get past Kaupala. Liipanen steps forward. Her effort off the legs of Christensen. Christensen again from the right. Doesn't fear the shot clock, gets herself nice and composed. Good power on the effort, but straight down the throat of Liipanen. Liipanen makes the save and steps up for the next throw. Spinning effort, bouncing towards Christensen. He saves it with her chest and then rips the ball down the court, just drifting wide. Denmark's ball. Deliberately put into touch by Kaupala. And now Christensen down the middle. Save was made by Kaupala. Return from Halme to Christensen. Christensen to her feet. Hands it over to Have Betterton Fenner. Her teammates step out the way so she can throw from centre, and it drifts diagonally, and Kaupala was moving to her right and then dived left to make the stop. Kaupala down the centre, saved by Gazen, given to Christensen. Christensen Less than 3.5 minutes to go in this one. Bounces it. It's off the legs of Kaupala. Now with Halme. Halme, a composed effort. Not enough power for the ricochet to bobble up and over Feina. Feina releases back the other way. It's off the feet of Kaupala and out. A timeout called by Denmark. The change of roles hasn't worked so far. Finland looking nice and comfortable at this stage. Haven't felt the need to make any changes yet. We do have a couple of options on the bench in the form of Ezra Taibi, Yasmin Mikula and Mina Gronrus. None have been called upon so far. They've made by Liepinen. Scrambling to get the ball back from the neutral zone. Does well to prevent the ball over. Lida Kaupala down the middle off the legs of Hazel Gazen. Gazen steps forward and bounces one down the centre. Had a big bounce initially, but just took the pace out of the effort. Good shot from Halme, tipped around the post by the fingertips of Anja Christensen. Christensen lashes one down the line. Stop made by Liepinen. Liepinen to her feet is going to have the next throw, right-handed. Ripped it down the court and it's got away, ball over. Tells you a little something about the power generated by Liepinen there. She's earned herself another throw of the dice. Goes the same way, save made this time. And collected by Feina. Feina. Central effort stopped by Lida Kaupala. Kaupala spinning and the ball bouncing. It's off the feet and held by Gazen. Gazen back to the goal and her effort stops. It's now with Liepinen. Liepinen comes forward once more. Save made by Feina. Time fast running out now. And perhaps a little bit of frustration showing there. Well wide from Christensen. It's with Halme. Finland will be in no rush. Off the chest and tipped away, ball out. 1 minute, 11 seconds left to play. Save made by Kaupala. Finland on track to maintain their 100% start to these home championships. Anja Christensen does reduce the deficit though with 51 seconds left on the clock. It's 4-2. Surely it's too late. Stranger things have happened. It's with Feina. 40 seconds on the clock. And it's ball bound, but it's tipped away by Liepinen. Timeout called with 38 seconds left on the clock. Finland 4, Denmark 2. Finland will want to keep the ball away from Denmark for as long as possible now, so I expect the game management element to come in. Attempts to run down the clock. However, even if they do, should be enough time for Denmark to have 2 more attempts. Down the middle, Christensen saves at centre. Where's she going to go? Looks for the gap between Kaupala and Liipanen, but Kaupala makes the block. Timeout called with 25 seconds on the clock. Ball in the left hand of Susanna Halme. Halme step wide right. Finds the outside edge of the post to align herself. Tension in the arena is palpable. Halme for the far corner and save made. 20 seconds on the clock. It's released quickly. Back at Halme. It's off the body. Keeps it in. And now we'll let the clock start to dwindle down. It's fired. Down the far side. Save is made by Halme. And that is that. Finland 4, Denmark 2. Before the start of the game, someone's 100% record had to fall by the wayside, and it's Denmark's that does their lowest scoring game by far. Finland, pragmatic and effective. Goals from Halme, Liipanen and Kaupala contributing to the victory. Finland top the group. And they will be back in action later this afternoon, and we do have a little bit of a break coming up now in Hall B. Our next game will start at 4 o'clock local time. That gives us a little over 2 hours before the start of that one. So do join us then for more live action from the IBSA Goalball European Championships 2021 Group B.